Intramembranous ossification, also known as dermal ossification, is a process of laying out new bone, specifically flat bone found in your cranial bones, facial bones, sternum, and clavicle. The makeup of flat bone is spongy bone sandwiched between a dense and strong compact bone, which is covered by a layer of periosteum. Intramembranous ossification occurs during fetal development, during bone remodeling, and the healing of bone fractures. Intramembranous ossification begins when centrally located mesenchymal cells, which are unspecialized cells within the fibrous connective tissue membrane, differentiate into osteoblasts, or bone cells which are involved in the making of new bone. These cells cluster together to create an ossification center. Bone grows out from the ossification center in linear extensions called spicules, which is surrounded by blood vessels to support the bone tissue. Then these osteoblasts begin to secrete osteoids within the bone matrix, which is calcified over time to create bone along with alkaline phosphatase, which is essential for mineralizing the bone tissue. Osteoblasts are trapped within the bone matrix, which become osteocytes. These osteocytes live in a lacunae within the bone, while the osteoblasts are found along the outside. The osteoblasts will continually lay down more bone tissue within the bony matrix. This bone tissue is laid down randomly around the blood vessels, which infiltrate the bone to create a network of spongy bone. The result of this network is trabecula, which is created from the fusion and enlargement of the spicules developed from the ossification center. On the external face of the network of bone, periosteum is formed, covering the compact bone from the vascularized mesenchyme. The trabecula thickens within the spongy bone as the osteoblasts along the periphery lay down more osteoids. These osteoids condense into strong, compact bone around the spongy bone on both sides. The formation of the spongy bone persists internally, where the vascularized tissue becomes red bone marrow. As the bone matures, the red bone marrow begins to fill the pores made by the trabecula, which is the essential location for the red blood cell formation. That is how flat bone is made from intramembranous ossification from the embryonic tissue called mesenchyme.